Hey guys, it's me, JD, and welcome back to RollerCoaster Tycoon 3 Sandbox. Last time we were here, we built a car ride, but I don't believe I ever opened it, did I? I don't believe I did. Yeah, I actually opened it, but I don't think I ever tested it. But that doesn't matter really, because all that matters is we killed off the large crowd in this section, only to push them over to this direction, the main lot of the park, where all the big rides are. Well, enough of that talk. I've got like almost 3,000 peeps in my park, so it's kind of getting to the point where it's almost done, but to the point where I now have to consider giving up on the park in itself and just letting you guys download it and see what you can do with it. Because I'm now at the point where, yeah, I don't want to repeat myself. So anyway, Tiger Show has just had to make an emergency stop. Let me guess, is it smoking? It is smoking. I don't think it's supposed to smoke, to be honest with you, but what ARCG3 puts it, they think they can do it. This is Atari we're talking about here, so it's kind of meant to be toony. But anyway. By the way, I apologize for any lag in this video. This is the way my system works things, and the game is supposed to lag when the park gets this big. So I don't know if the devs made I don't know if the devs made it possible for this to happen, but I think they put in an engine where it's possible that this could happen. It's not my fault. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys where we are, and at any point during the video, if you guys have a suggestion, like for names, for feedback, for anything you want me to add, then please let me know in the comments. I've still got plenty of space, like over here, back here by the copters. Still got plenty of space, like, I don't know. I'll show you as I go. How's that? So, like, where we started in the first place is we started building like this big giant coaster. And this is called Danger Planes. Like, it has... Hello? I want to pop the balloon, thank you. I am a professional balloon popper, do not judge me. Anyway, so I built this big, giant, extended coaster, Danger Planes. Made it loop, go like this. And the reason it's called Danger Planes is because I added this little ride event over here where... I'm gonna let the ride do its thing, but as it approaches, you can see... I'm going to wait till it starts. You can see the boulders just start popping out and scare the peeps as they come around, and they're relieved to know that once that's out of the way, they don't have to worry about it. Like, imagine there's a ramp here, and you could see that if... let me repeat that. Imagine there's a ramp here. And say this barricade prevented the rocks from actually going up the ramp and hitting the peeps as they were riding the coaster. That's how this ride event works. But in all honesty, I would consider more of it to be along the lines of, oh, this ride event would be more considered for something else, but that's just someone else who is talking. Like, think about this for a moment. The car ride's also near it. That's not going to be my thoughts, but I want your thoughts instead. This is Danger Planes. I've already gotten up with names for that, so yeah. Last part we did, we finished off this car ride over here. We've cleaned out the stalls and... Shut up, phone! We've cleaned out the stalls, we've cleaned out the... We've made a car ride over here that could go right next to the monorail and come back. Make it like a city almost. Well, not actually a city, but you get the drill. Like, I could imagine one of you guys, if you got the park for yourself, you could build like a big giant skyscraper section over here. Like, make it seem like this section over here is a city almost, and have fake cars. That would make sense, really. But like I'm terrible at scenery building, I'm gonna leave it to you guys to do that. Anyway, so this ride is actually called In-Game Road Race. I came up with the name myself. Next we have, I did not name this one yet, Looping Roller Coaster 1. This is the one that actually goes from one end of the park to the other and then back. I'll show you what I mean. So it starts from here. You're going to see this one go all the way over here by the Tiger Shows, Lion and Tiger Shows. Get a big quick stop over here by the plateau where the animals are. And then come back around. So like this. Get what I mean? Now, if we go all the way over here to the main section, we got a merry-go-round, the carousel, the main carousel. You don't have to worry about that one, except that's called carousel. We got the chair swing, obviously. The creeper's flume, which as I expected, is based off of the Minecraft creeper. Get the colors here? Shut up, phone. Professional. JD is very professional. And we have our pool, our series of pools called, well, Water-Filled Hole. But now I got reason to change the name of that. So if I go in here, Water-Filled Holes. Kind of an improvement on my last thing, you know what I'm saying? So that was explore water. We'll explore Water-Filled Hole in a second. Holes, I mean. But this is our Wild Mouse coaster. I have yet to... Oh, nope. I've named it already. Called Crazy Mouse. We have this wood coaster over here called the Whipper. That's on display on RCT Go. The link for that is going to be in the description. And in Water-Filled Hole, you can see some things like... I have a water slide over here, namely Booster. Another one here, namely Journey into the Unknown, because that doesn't go to a pool in general. And we have this suction bowl. I don't know why I called it suction bowl, but you might get an idea of it. And then I have these babies. I have Forest Run. I have these particular body slides that all go to the same location, but start different places. Like this one's called yellow, this one's called red, this one's called green, and this one's called blue. Even though this one's red, blue, yellow, green. You can tell where I got it from. And that's Water-Filled Hole for you. By the way, this monorail that's going across all around the park, that is the monorail of the park. I still have yet to name it, but there might be some ideas for that. Like, I don't have an idea for it. I'm going to be honest with you. So, next, we have this. We have this copters. We have Ferris wheel, the big wheel. We have Fire Snake over here. That in itself has a link on RCT Go. I will put the link for that in the description as well. We have our bumper cars, our Crazy Disco. We have the Karaoke Experience. We have those turns, which I called the go-karts, because look at the crazy turns over here. If I did that. And my father actually suggested the straightaway path over here, because that would be dizziness all over, if you know what I'm talking about. And over here, this dinghy slide thing called Dinghies. And over here is the lake where I have this swan boats ride called... Actually, I don't think it even has a name, does it? Yeah, it doesn't have a name. And over here, down somewhere in the tunnels over here, I have another extended coaster. Forgot what the title of it is called, but it should be displayed on this sign over here. Hello, game, please give me Stand Up. It's not an extended coaster. It's Stand Up Twister Coaster 1. I have not found a name for it yet, but that's coming soon. And here's the what is it? Steeplechase. It's a steeplechase dark horse. You can understand why I named it such. Some of you pop singer fans would recognize the name of that. And over here is the Monster Trucks ride that you may recognize from a couple videos back. This wall over here is meant to keep the peeps from seeing the rest of the ride, except for this hill over here, which is meant to be that way. Well, except for some of you that are already coming to the ride from that section, it's meant to be a surprise for those that are actually anticipating the ride, but not exactly, if you know what I mean. But if it were a surprise, I would just build the wall all around, if you know what I'm talking about, and make it a building. But I don't want it that way. Unless you guys have that idea. Then, yeah. So, anywho, I will be right back. My doggos need a W, so I will catch you guys on the flip side. Okay, so I'm back. I forgot to mention one thing when I was exploring this monster truck thing to you. And by the way, I don't have a name for it, so rip. It attaches to the volcano. There's an idea. Well, not for me, but, well, I'm just assuming things here. Anywho, onward, we find this little mini junior coaster. I still don't have a name for that either. And it's kind of like those coasters you'd find with the junior side that, I hope I'm saying this right, but it's a double circuit. It's a double circuit yellow coaster. I don't know why I chose blue to complement that, but you get the idea. And then this green over here, this green coaster over here, the Speed Demon, that's the strata coaster that I have in the park with the scenery, all glass and everything, so you can actually see the inside of the station. See them shwoom, shoot out towards the, what is it, the hill over here? The King Ka styled hill. You get the drill. If you have any ideas for colors as well, like I chose green because it kind of reminded me of King Ka a little bit. But yeah, you got the whole idea. So we also have a Giga Coaster that goes all around the mountainside. I can zoom out and show you, called Comin' Round the Mountain, and you can get an idea of why I chose that name. Well, why Comin' Round the Mountain when there's some parts that go underground? I have no idea. And many times over, I have failed miserably to get the landscaping properly. Except over here, which is fine for me at least. So now if you go beyond this point, you would see the Lion and Tiger show, and then not to mention some other stalls that can go along the way. I forgot to mention a couple of things here, like the Thunder Bobs, the slide, the 3D theater, Coaster Mania the movie, Super Slide, and Thunder Bobs. All those are all set. And finally, the animals. Yes, the beloved animals that you guys love, like these chimps. I named one of them Harambe one time just to try to get a joke, but seeing as though that joke sold, I think, yeah, I'm gonna stick with the name for now, but it doesn't fit the chimps properly. And that was the only animal I had, so forgive me for that. Chimps, giraffes, elephants. What is this? Zebras? Zebras. Tigers, and 2 cages involving lions, because the lions were so, their sperm went crazy. And that's basically it for the park. Let me know what you guys think about other ideas. Like I said, I have plenty of space over here, near where the big back and forth coaster is, and the danger planes over here. I have space over here behind the fire snake and the Ferris wheel and everything like that. I can get an entrance exit over here. Don't mind the graphical errors. That's just how it is when I zoom out. So don't worry about that. That's not actual space. But where I do have actual space is just around this middle section over here. I can probably put some scenery over here because I don't have any options for rides unless I have a bridge or something. And then not to mention, how are we doing with animals? What's the elephants up to? How's the social life? Well, social's perfectly fine. Now we go to the other animals and see how their social is coming along. Oh, yeah. I'm going to need animal keepers here. I can do that in between. So, Prego zebra. I'm going to have a lot more zebras coming. And I believe the tigers, if I understand their social properly, they're probably not going to get any pregos. Yeah. I'm going to need more animals for that. Either that or... How many tigers do I have? I'm going to check that. Okay, and then the lions, I had my reasons for doing this to them, to split them out and then try to separate the kids from the mothers, which would have been mean on my part, but if all else fails, split them up. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this brief RCT3 episode involving me going around the park and showing you how we did. I'm sorry there's no building in this video, but we'll work on it. I'm just trying to ask for ideas here because at this point I have no ideas for what looks like a full park to me. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget, leave a like, share this video with your friends, and as always, I'll catch you guys in the next one. See you next time, everyone!